So guys, today back from a video on the channel. Today we're here for the Newcastle United vs Aston Villa player ratings. If you didn't watch the reaction already, I button at the top, make sure to go and watch that video, it would mean a lot. Anyways, in the video we will go through every single player and rate their performance today out of 10. Make sure to leave a like, lads, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll start off with Martin Dubravka. So Martin Dubravka, I didn't think he really had to do much saves wise, but the goal, it's a bit of a communication issue between him and Shelvey. I feel like Dubravka thought Shelvey was going to clear it, it went under his leg and it's made him look like he's made a bad save. I blame Shelvey more to Dubravka from watching it back, but I think Dubravka still could have saved it, but it's so hard when the reactions are like snap and then it's in the back of the net, because the ball came under his Shelvey's foot and he's got 0.5 seconds to react. Like, it was a goal that probably Villa did deserve in the end, but I'm going to give Dubravka a solid 6, 7, so we'll give him a 7. Next up we will do Javier Manquillo, and I didn't think Javier Manquillo had a great game. He was quiet, and when Maximin's on the right hand side, he gets up, right, when he doesn't really have to go up because Maximin's so good he can take on 6 players by himself. When Manquillo's going up, he's going up and then not trotting back, like he's not sprinting back. That's an issue with Javier Manquillo I've seen in this game, and I don't think he had a great game. I'm going to go slap down the middle, 5 out of 10. Moving on to the 2 centre halves now, we'll start off with Lascelles, the captain. He didn't really have to do much, a couple of fouls on Grealish, which was needed, but I thought Lascelles was solid. He was defensively off set pieces for Aston Villa set pieces. He really got stuck in and won pretty much every header off a set piece. So I'm going to give Lascelles a 7 out of 10. Moving on to Fernandez now, and basically exactly the same apart from I didn't think he was winning too much of set pieces, which Lascelles was. So I'm going to give Fernandez a 7 out of 10 as well. You've got to start both of them again for the Man City game, or does Steve Bruce bring in a Fabian Schär? Who knows? Left back was Danny Rose, and I don't think Danny Rose wasn't bad. He didn't stand out. He made that good run for Almiron's chance in the second half, and that would have made it 1-0 at the time. He's made a beautiful run. He played it in the box. Almiron just took an extra touch for no reason. I don't know why, but he was getting forward. Danny Rose, I'm going to give Danny Rose a 6 out of 10. Moving on to the midfield now, we'll do Isaac Hayden, who did go off injured. I don't think it is like a bad injury or anything like that. It shouldn't be. Maybe he might miss the City game, which is a shame, but he could be fine. He probably will be fine. Bruce didn't want to risk him probably, so he brought him straight off. But Hayden's performance, it wasn't as good as the Sheffield United one, but he was still decent in my opinion, getting stuck in, and he just tidies the whole midfield up and tidies up the team, which you need in a midfielder. I'm going to give Hayden a 6 out of 10. Now, Shelvey, some of Shelvey's passing today was magnificent. Like, honestly, fantastic. And that's the highs, but the lows is that goal. It's just a bit of communication. If he gets Shelvey's ball, screams it, and then misses it or whatever, right, he can put his hands up. But I didn't see any communication from the set piece. Obviously, Dubravka's in the Taunton as well, but I'm going to have to, since Shelvey's passing was so good, he had a good chance in the second half, I'm going to give Shelvey a 6 out of 10 as well. Now, we will do Matt Ritchie. I think Matt Ritchie was alright. He had that shot in the first half, I remember. There's a couple of times that he's putting crosses in the box where no one was in the box. Just forcing it. Like, that's not the Matt Ritchie that. But no, he's normally just bloody passing it about or whatever, but I think Matt Ritchie, well, he went off injured as well, so he could be a change for the Man City game, who knows. But Ritchie, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. We'll do the other winger now, Saint-Maximin. He got the BT man of the match, and honestly, this lad is too good for the Premier League. He is too good. I don't understand how fans can say he's okay or anything like that. He was outstanding today, and the only thing that was missing for Saint-Maximin's performance today was a goal. He was superb from the first second to the 90th minute, defensively going up. I think he done a roulette in between 2 players, and then outside the boot past it, and it went perfectly to think it was Shelvey. Like, that does not happen to any player. No, Alan Saint-Maximin. I'm going to give Maximin an 8 out of 10 today. Villa were quite composed at the back. It was hard for him to get in attacks, but he was still breaking them down. And I feel like he was great. Maximin, 8 out of 10. Now moving on to Miggy, and I didn't think Miggy had a great game, to be honest. I think he was really quiet, and he missed that chance. And obviously, we love Miggy. His work rate's fantastic, but it's one of them games. He's just got to forget about it and move on to the next one, in my opinion. He just needs to forget about that one. It wasn't a great performance by him today. I'm going to give Almiron a 5 out of 10. Now doing Joelinton, and he had that beautiful chance in the first half. He's stepped over, put it onto his left foot. I think it was a goal, but Tyrell Mings, fair play to the lad. It was an unreal block from him. And you've got to do them blocks being in a relegation battle, but Joelinton, I feel like he wasn't getting as much support from Almiron as Sheffield United. But I'm gonna give Joelinton a 7 out of 10. I don't think he was bad whatsoever, but he came off for Carroll, and obviously we know what Andy Carroll does. We'll get onto him now. Andy Carroll got the assist and causing many problems for Aston Villa. I think Andy Carroll was great today. I'm going to give Andy Carroll a 7 out of 10 as well. The assist was beautiful. To find that pass, it was lucky that he was on his left foot as well. Good pass, good finish from Gayle, and yeah, a really good goal from Gayle, and a really good bit from Andy Carroll. He had that chance where he proper hit it, and it just went wide. But Andy Carroll got to go for a 7. Now moving on to Dwight Gayle. He got the goal, his first goal for Newcastle United since May 2018. It's been so long since Dwight Gayle scored a goal for Newcastle, and he's got the deadlock today against Villa. A good finish, composed, couldn't really miss. He didn't really do much else properly. After he scored the goal, he was really quiet, which happens sometimes as a striker. But I'm going to give Dwight Gayle a 7 out of 10. He scored the goal. Good goal from him. Good performance. And I'm not going to do the other substitutions because they weren't on the pitch for long enough, which was Lazaro, Bentaleb, and not just Lazaro, Bentaleb. So lads, that's the end of the player ratings. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow the social links in the description down below. Watch the reaction video, will be on the end screen or out on the outro. Leave a like, lads, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you for the Manchester City preview in the next coming days. See you in the next one.